Welcome everybody to my Home Protection Oil Live, also called the Home Sweet Home Oil. And this is one of my personal favorites. Hi Atina, no you're not late, I am literally just starting now. So for this particular one, you are going to need carrier oil, amber bottle. The actual recipe is made for a much smaller bottle than what I have here. So I kind of pre-stocked with stuff that I would need to fill it up. You are also going to need a protection incense. You're going to need vetiver oil, cinnamon, clove, ylang-ylang, half of a crushed up cinnamon stick, 10 whole cloves, a black and white candle. Alright, and why do we use these particular ingredients? Vetiver oil used for calming and grounding, protection, luck, prosperity, balance, and rejuvenation. Cinnamon's used to block negative energy from your home, helps manifest abundance. Clove is used for love, luck, and abundance. Ylang-ylang is used for protection, peace, relaxation, and harmony. The white candle is used for protection, purification, and new beginnings. And the black candle is used for banishing, protection, and healing. And then, of course, the protection incense we are using for protection within the ritual and for smoke cleansing of the home while we do this. Does anybody have any questions yet? Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the ritual. So for this ritual, we are going to light the white candle. Come on. I am still learning how to use this lighter. And then the black candle. And then from the white candle, we are going to light our incense. That's not burning. And then I like to kind of take my incense and kind of go around. I'm not going to go deep in here because I already have oil in there, and that would make for a very interesting live. But I like to cleanse the bottle too with the incense. Alright, and then we are going to, after we cleanse the bottle, fill our jar with our cinnamon. I just took a stick and beat it with a hammer. It is very good therapy to do it if you're stressed out and pre-make the cinnamon that way. That way you can get all your aggression out. And then the cinnamon can do its job to protect you. And then, of course, this is like mixed together, so I'm going to add the clove too. I like 10 cloves for the big one. If you're doing a small bottle, I recommend like 4 cloves. You know, I can actually move this because I don't need it in there instead of trying to reach around the flame. So for this one, I am using cinnamon leaf. I just like the smell better for the leaf, especially since I'm putting the bark in as the whole herb. Kind of gives you the whole cinnamon. This also smells so good. Alright. So now that we got the dry herbs in there, we are going to add our oils. It's going to be 10 drops of the vetiver. Alright. 1 second. Alright. And then we're going to do 6 drops of the clove. Now, with some of the bottles, if you don't have droppers, it's really whatever goes in there, you're okay. Oops, I did clove backwards. So we're going to do 4 of the cinnamon. Because if you watch, my cinnamon's going to want to come out. It's the intention that counts, not the measurements. Finally, the ylang-ylang. I say 2 drops, but you're going to see this is a brand new bottle. Not going to happen. Ooh! Ooh! Almost got it! Alright, let me go grab my white. Alright, and now we are going to fill this bad boy up. I have this little dropper, or beaker I use. I'm using grapeseed oil for this one because it's what I had on hand. So honestly, I like to, you'll actually see me do this now. I give it a sniff test to see if I like how it smells. Let me give this a quick sniff test. Ooh, I do like how that smells, but it's not quite strong enough for me, so we are going to do an unknown amount. Now, the thing with this is the ylang-ylang is going to overpower it with the scent. I actually had to put my cinnamon leaf in a smaller bottle because it loves to gush out. Yep, just chuck it in. And honestly, it's more the intentions with this than anything else, because this isn't something that's going to be ingested. It's going to be used for your home rituals and stuff like that. There we go. I wish you guys could smell this. This smells amazing. I like to put the lid on and give her a little wipe down. So I don't know if you can see, maybe with over the light, you can kind of see everything in there. I like to give her a little bit of a shake too. Yeah, but it's a really, really pretty bottle. Alright, now we're going to hold her and we are going to recite. Give me a second, let me get in my spot. My home is my safe place. It is where I live, love, and release. I protect my home with this oil, with my energy and the protection powers of the universe. This is my will. It shall be done. And then you place it in the middle. Make sure there's no oil on the outside because we don't want to burn the house down. We're trying to protect it. And let me cover everything back up. So this one is one of those burn down rituals. So I'd wait and let the candle burn down. Normally there's more room between the candles and the oil, but trying to get it to fit in this little space. Let me put this forward on just for my comfort. I wasn't able to do that. Now, some of the things that I use this for is it is oil based, so I will put a capful in both my carpet and my hard floor water, and I will wash that once a month. And then in between, I will do my normal washings. That way, all the floors in my house are protected. I make my own window cleaner. So I will put a couple drops in my window cleaner, and that I do whenever I need to clean my windows, because windows is definitely a place that it will come through any bad energy or anything that you don't want in. So I will wash my windows with my personal window cleaner, and then twice every year when I do a deep cleansing and management of my house, I will go around the outside of my house and I will anoint my windows and all my outside doors with the protection oil. And I do that twice a year because I do a very deep cleaning twice a year. Alright. Christy, same thing. The cinnamon oil always does seem stronger as it sits. But yeah, I go by smell too. When I did it this time, I was getting a lot of the lang lang. Like, it's a very flowery smell. I love that smell, so I am gonna leave it how it is. Some people don't like that smell, so you can always cut back and you can always go by the sniff test too. Just when I'm teaching, people kind of like to have measurements and go that way, but like I cook and I do my oils and stuff like that as I'm covered in oil, by like my will, or however I feel, or however Hestia tells me, or anything like that. Yeah, I definitely prefer making as much as I can myself, especially now that I'm not working. I really want to get into like making everything I can. I moved the bottle off center because I got nervous because of this flame right here. Because every time I actually have my AC on in Florida, every time the AC turns on, it gets a little too close to my little bottle, and I don't want my lid to melt, and I don't want a fire because that is oil. So what I will probably do is I'll blow this out after I go off, set it to my comfort level with the candles, and then let it go ahead and sit on my altar and burn down. Exactly, or as long as you're not using anything for eating or ingestion too, it really doesn't matter. You just have to be more careful. Like, I'll be more on the nose with my portions if I'm doing, for example, a skincare project or something like that. Yeah, no, this flame right here, when I have it in the center, that flame makes me really nervous. So I tried pushing it back, but there wasn't enough room back, so I brought it forward. It's just because my AC is blowing. This is really cool. Look at this one clove. I don't know if you guys can see them. There's 2 cloves just floating away from the rest of the batch. They look like they're dancing in there. Does anybody have any questions? Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off because these flames are making me nervous. And I am gonna set this up in a way that I don't feel like my bottle's gonna catch on fire. Thank you guys for checking it out. I had to change my other live that I was gonna do tonight for Sunday, but I will see you guys double on Sunday. We are doing Books of the Craft, Books of Shadows. That's going to be Sarah L and I. And then after that, I am going to be doing the money drawing oil. I cannot speak. And the herbs for the wishing well and the money bowls. You're so welcome, Kelly. And thank you, Renette. Yeah, it's very pretty. I love having the dry and the oils together. Well, I will see you guys soon.